Wrexham gaining their second consecutive promotion. Fans must be absolutely buzzing at that, because we've said all along they've got the team already that was suitable for promotion. I guess the question now is, what can they do? How can they kick on? I guess the season's not finished, but there's a few players who might be a little bit worried about their place in the team, eh, Miles?
Yeah, they're definitely going to have to look at how they strengthen this out again. The jump from National League to League Two, it's been talked about quite a lot as not necessarily being as complex as you'd imagine it would be. But I feel like the jump from League Two to League One is much bigger. They've got some players there that are already cut out for it. I mean, Paul Mullen's got 24 goals this season. We
Yeah.
know the quality that he possesses up front. So, I mean, he got two more against Forest Green at the weekend to help him get that promotion. And it's mad when you look at the fact that they were promoted this weekend because MK Dons failed to get a result. And those two clubs, the projects that they have started, are a really good comparison, because MK Dons have been going for much longer, found themselves in the Championship, but didn't seem to have the stability or the acknowledgement of how to kind of spread that project out and make sure that they stayed secure at that higher level. Whereas Wrexham, you have a lot more faith in. They're a club that are building for something much bigger.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is already when you read about Wrexham online, a lot of it is obviously American and Canadian press because of the owners that talk about Wrexham taking a step closer to the Premier League. Not Wrexham getting promoted to League One,
No.
it's a step closer to the Premier League, which I
You're
think
right.
actually, yeah, it's media trying to buy into a project, but also is a telltale sign of what their ambition is long term. So yeah, it's excellent they've managed to do that so quickly, considering it was not so easy for them to get out of the National League in the first place.
Yeah, momentum really building, isn't it? And I think
Mm.
gaining promotion and sealing automatic promotion with a 6-0 win at home against Forest Green Rovers, Dave, is an
Their fifth
emphatic
was a
way of doing it.
beauty.
Yeah, I mean, there's some players in that team, isn't there? You've mentioned
Mm.
Paul Mullen, but who else, Dave, stood out for you? I think James McLean, I still can't believe he's quite at Wrexham yet. There's a few though, isn't there? Elliot Lee.
Oh, some great players, and I think there's something a lot. For instance, obviously Stephen Fletcher. I think seeing him in there was crazy to see still at his age, and obviously how he's contributing. I think one thing for me actually stood out, actually made me feel a bit old the other day, is it's been 19 years since they were last in League One.
Wow.
And actually gave me memories back because my grandpa, being Welsh, always used to keep track of how the Welsh teams had done every weekend. And so he'd always ask me, how did Swansea do? How did Cardiff do? And he'd always ask Wrexham, the third team. And obviously it's been that long since he would have been asking me those results, because let's be honest, they were obviously really down the divisions and going through a real tough time. So I think to bring back obviously the glory days now, it only seems like with the kind of platform that they have, is it a matter of time before they're heading to the Premier League?
Potentially, let's not go ahead of ourselves. I mean, they've still got two very difficult leagues to get through first, and what
Yeah.
is probably going to cost them a lot of money to achieve that too. So
Mm.
we'll see how the evolution of Wrexham continues next season. That'd be interesting to see.